Okay, next we're going to show you how to remove the dial. So here it is. We've already showed you how to remove the hands. This is the complete setup. Pretty easy. Actually, I'm going to put the stem back in for now because I am going to need that in there once we get back to the dials and everything. There we go. So here it is. If you kind of pry in between the actual movement and the dial, just wiggle it off there, it comes off. Simple as that. Now, let's pull this out. So on the dial here, hopefully you can see, maybe not, probably not going to focus. I've got it too zoomed in. There are two prongs. Yeah, it's not going to focus. But there are two prongs on there, and that's how that connects. Now the new dial, which is right here, with the green, it has two similar prongs, but they're smaller. Now if you are this far, I mean, you're going to blatantly see those prongs. It's not going to be a big mystery. And that allows the dial to stay in place. So now we've got the new dial on, and we're going to get ready to put the actual hands on. So there's the new dial with the green, and we'll get started on these hands so we can get this little project finished. So stay tuned for that. Now this video here may be somewhat pointless because I'm really not going to be able to see what I'm doing. But first I'm going to put the hour dial on. And again, I apologize because it's really, let's get this out of the way. It's really going to be difficult for me to catch anything, because I need to work up close to it, and so I may just have to show you what it looks like after it's done. This little gizmo here, this little setup, I got it on eBay, oops, with the other, with the puller. So the trick is lining this up. You could just use a pen insert too, from like a ballpoint pen. So I need to get this set up where this is lined up. That looks about right there. And I'm using a jeweler's loop and tweezers. So if you can imagine how small this is. I mean, if you're this far in the watch, you're going to, this is all going to make sense, whether you can see what I'm doing or not. So I'm actually going to do some of this off camera, so we'll be right back. It's not really worth watching. Alright, we are back. We've got the dial done and the hands. Really wished I could have made the video of the hands, but it was just too hard. And to be honest, it was a royal pain to get that second hand on there. Hour and minute hands were fine. Second hand was really, really difficult. So we're going to go ahead and put this back in the case. We've got the case all cleaned on the inside, somewhat on the outside. Got to position it correctly here, and then we could put the crown and stem back in. Yeah, we don't have it where we need it just yet. There we go. And you just set it in there, and I'm just turning. I mean, when you're this far, I mean, some of this stuff is going to be kind of not really needed on the video. Oops. Not too far. There we go. Make sure everything can wind. Change our dates. And we can, oops, of course change the time. Now that's going to be loose in there until I get the back on. Cool. We'll go ahead and clean up the back. We'll screw it back on, and then we'll get working on the bezel. And then we'll be pretty much done with this bad boy. Stay tuned for that.